Wow. I actually made it like on time. And the craziness from last week is like not a thing. Hi guys in the house. How are you? How is everybody? Last week was a disaster, but we're pulling through. Um, I'm still not feeling so hot this week. I don't know what's been going on, but I've been on and off. I went on my coffee run, got my oat milk espresso, shaken horchata thing from Starbucks, whatever you call it. Mm. I also have water on me through my mason jar because I'm learning very quickly that this new New York City climate that we have going on is not for me. It's really not for me. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I thought I heard like my doorbell / door ringer door thing. Um, yeah, this new climate that New York has, this what do we even call it? Like it's a super humid. Like we basically have like Florida's climate nowadays because of global warming. I don't call it climate change. It's global warming. We're warming up. Anyway, um, we get like very humid summers now. My body hates it. I'm constantly drinking water. I constantly have my AC on. I'm constantly not outside, like chronically not outside, because I just can't stand how this humidity makes me feel. And if I don't have to be out there for anything, I'm not doing it. Letting anyone who wants to invite me to anything know now, probably don't do it unless it's like after 5 o'clock at night in the summer, because I just won't. I just won't want to do it, honestly. I set the chat for subscribers again. Um, I'm kind of liking that I'm only getting like people who actually subscribe to channel commenting and not getting some random stuff. Not a big fan of the random stuff. So it's just a way for me to control it slightly. I know that that means that I'll have less engagement because a lot of my subscribers who do watch don't actually comment in the chat, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I don't, you guys are here to listen to me speak for like a half hour, 40 minutes once a week. So even the fact that I get consistency here, which I'm starting to notice, I think all of you guys grabbing the phone now so that I could have a better idea of what we're supposed to talk about today. Isn't it funny how like I can forget that so quickly too? Okay. Oh, right, right. If you are here and you are looking at the chat right now, in the chat there are 3 links. The first link is going to be to my newsletter. I would love it if you joined up. I write in my newsletter once a week, every Tuesday around 2 o'clock. You'll see an email in your inbox. I'm going to up that now. So you're going to see a weekly email on Tuesdays, but you're also going to see a recap email at the end of the month that will feature YouTube videos, blog posts I liked for the month, whichever month I'm in, and then a shopping email. I'm hoping that I can get that one to bi-weekly, but shopping emails are a lot of work. So it might not be bi-weekly, it might just be monthly, and or whenever there's like big sales going on. I feel like you guys should know about stuff. Go there. Link number 2 in the chat, if you're here, is the link to my latest vlog. My latest vlog is about 6 things that New York has taught me, even as a native New Yorker. It's still possible to be humbled by New York. I am humbled by New York every single day. We'll get into that video a little bit more in the next few minutes. It's definitely one that was a bit different than my other videos. If you've watched it, you'll notice it. I want to know too if you guys even like that style. So in the chat, let me know, or in the comment section if you're watching the replay later, let me know how you like that. It's heavy voiceover, and so sometimes with voiceovers, I don't always sound like I'm enthused. I'm working on it, or my pacing is always it's not great either. I'm working on it. That's all I can promise. All I can do. God, my hair looks so weird today. I'm washing it as soon as I get off this live because I feel like my hair is just basura. And then the third link is a link to my website proper. I don't know if you guys have been on the website lately. I've been writing a lot of pretty cool blog posts lately. I know that a lot of you guys know me from here, know me from IG, but my blog is my home. I love that website so much. I work really hard on it. So if you happen to click on that link later, or I'll put it in the comments later when we're done with the live, just take a look at the website, see how you like it. I just finished a couple weeks ago redesigning it slightly. I changed the typography a little bit, changed the fonts up a little bit, and things of that nature, so it looks more um, aesthetically compatible with the YouTube channel. All singular font, stuff like that. I plan on doing that with the newsletter as well. Newsletter, for the most part, is pretty set in stone. Um, but everything should look cohesive. Everything should look on brand now. So if you happen to be here, hello, whoever's here. Those three links that are in the chat, feel free. I'd say the most important one of the three links in that chat is the newsletter link. I would love for you guys to subscribe. I would love to, you know what, I get my most personal and I get my most real in the newsletters I like to find. Um, I even have like people who like pen pal with me and email back and forth with me through the newsletter because they just like knowing about what's going on in New York, like knowing what's going about, what's happening in my life. And so the newsletter is where I get um, more in tune, a little more deep. You'll probably find things. Oh God, guys, my hair. Yeah, I'll write about stuff there that I'm not putting on the YouTube channel, most likely. So another good reason for you to be there. So do as you will with that. I will pin a comment and I'll add those links to the comment as well if you guys end up watching the replay later. But yeah, let's see. My week so far, or this past week, I wouldn't say that it was boring, but I definitely didn't do a lot. As you guys know, these past few weeks I've been doing a lot of stuff, whether it was going to a museum or going to galleries or just going out to restaurants. Like my husband and I have been all over the place, it feels like. And so last week was like the first real week where I got to kind of sit and relax and be with myself. And I also started dipping my toes into meditating and a little bit of yoga too. I did a couple classes. Um, I'm frightened at how not flexible I am anymore. I stopped working out, when my mom passed away and things like that. So I didn't really keep up with it, and the weight training too. And I am weak. I am so weak. Yoga moves that I was able to do a year ago, I can't. My balance is atrocious. So I'm dipping back into it. I haven't been on the exercise bike yet because I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. Just yet. I'm still getting into the routine of like taking my supplements every day, my proper supplements, and all of that good stuff. And so the bike is like the last like step, but also I don't need as much cardio if I'm walking a lot. What I really need is the weight training, so I could tone better. Oh, hello. I'm good. I'm live on YouTube right now. No, no, it's this is my husband, guys. I literally did, but it's okay. Do you need me for anything? I went outside already. I did my coffee run. And I stood out in the sun and I got the vitamin D that the doctors and the gods want me to get. If you are still free at 3, I will call you at 3. Yeah, I've got 3 to 4 people here with me now. I'm not wasting their time. I think one of them might be one of your accounts, probably. Who knows? I love you. Okay, bye. Us in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you've been with someone for almost 13 years of your life. Don't worry, that's how you talk to each other. um, anyone remember where I was? I can't remember where I was now. But anyway, let's get past wherever I was. And talk about the latest vlog. The latest vlog is 6 things that humble me as a New Yorker, like even being as a New Yorker. That was fun to make. A lot of it felt like a retrospective vlog because I was taking a lot of footage from a lot of old vlogs, previous vlogs, but also like times in my life from before I started vlogging on YouTube. And so there was a lot of video in there, different kind of hairstyles, different kind of hair colors. Like you see bits of a life before YouTube that I don't really share. So it was interesting to sort of look back at that and look at a retrospective of just like life here in New York City and all the things that came to be about it in terms of humbling me because it did. You know, I'm born and raised here, but like I've been spit on by the homeless. I've had my wallet stolen. Like things happen to me here in New York City. So it was more of like a retrospective slash like tips and tricks on how to survive New York. It was fun. It's a little bit on the shorter end. It's only like 7 minutes long. So if you get a chance to watch that one, I would love you forever. I already know that one's probably not going to get my normal 1 to 200 view count. I know I'm sacrificing what my normal audience a tiny bit, but in doing this YouTube thing, it is also about experimenting a little bit and seeing what works for you. And I just wanted to see if a video that was heavy on voiceovers would work for me, and if people would honestly be willing to listen to me for an extended period of time without necessarily watching me. And so far so good. I think it's got like 50 views, which for me, for those who are here and may want to know, for me and the kind of numbers that I'm doing, 50 views in one day is kind of like where I like to be. And then getting to about 100 views by the second day is usually where I like to be. And then I kind of just let it go and then think about the next video. So this one's struggling a tiny bit, but it's okay. I get the feeling that the video I'm going to come out with on Friday is going to struggle a little bit too, but that's okay because again, I am playing around with different types of videos. I don't want to be so vlog heavy because if I end up being so vlog heavy, I don't want to completely I don't do enough in my life, I feel like, to warrant being that vlog heavy. You know what I mean? So we're trying it. Friday's video is a Maybe Alley episode. It's a love letter to the New York City subway. That one was fun too, trying to gather as much video as possible. Even my husband helped me out on that, on gathering video, just like subway life and how we deal with it. And it's a love letter, but also kind of similar to this one, the newest one, where it's kind of like a tips and tricks where you just kind of want to listen to what I'm saying. And you'll probably hopefully survive the subway in one piece if you do that. So that one's coming out on Friday at 11 a.m. I want to say 11 a.m. Yeah. And so that was fun. That was fun to make. And then next week will be the video I've kind of been dreading making, to be honest with you. But like I've been stating for this whole month, it's a one and done. I'm going to mention some stuff about my health, and then we're going to go into August. And then that'll be fun, I like to say, because August is full of. I'm hopefully going to get a Coney Island trip in, and I'm hopefully going to get some bookstores that I feel like you guys should visit in. And yeah, I feel like I'm finally in a groove when it comes to making videos for you guys. I think 6 to 8 videos a month is where I've been consistent, and it's been healthy, about 1 or 2 a week. And I think that's enough for right now. I'm not one of these people that can make a vlog every day. I don't want to carry my phone that often. Like like film on my phone that often. Of course I'm carrying it. But I don't want to film on my phone that often. I really just want to film whenever I'm all right, sirens. I really just want to film when I'm doing something worth filming. That's the kind of vlogger that I want to be. And so I'm gonna have weeks where like I'm just not filming, and so that's where a lot of the videos where I'm doing voiceovers come to play, because I wouldn't call them fillers per se, but they're definitely like helping out for whenever I have a week where I'm not really doing too much and I don't have enough for a vlog. Um, if you haven't noticed, sometimes in my vlogs, um, you'll probably spot something, or you'll probably see something that I did like 2 weeks prior. Sometimes there was one vlog where I think most of the stuff I did in that video was like almost a month old. That's probably around when I went to New Orleans, and I was like a backlog because I had to put in New Orleans videos. But which probably will happen again when I go to Chicago in August, August/September, and Seattle too in October. I haven't told anyone about Seattle yet. You guys are the first to know. Seattle's probably happening in October. I've never been. I'm very excited. Um, what is happening? Remember when I thought 2 o'clock was a good time for me to go live because there would be barely any noise? I am so wrong about that nowadays. Probably because it's the summer, and so everybody's out now. So I'm dealing with that. So that subway video is coming out Friday, and then the health video, and then August. I already went through all of that with you guys. How's everybody's summer going so far? Mine is slow, I would say. I mean, I've done things obviously, but like in terms of anything that's sort of beach related, non-existent. Hopefully that Coney Island trip I get to take some time next month. I keep crossing my fingers because I want my husband's help with that. So I'm hoping that if I start putting it in his brain now, he'll eventually say yes and help me film a Coney Island visit, because I think that'd be fun. Haven't really done much. Been working on. I've been working on trying to get people to subscribe to the newsletter more. To like working on my affiliate link strategy mostly too. I'm just trying to get people to click on the things I'm suggesting to them. I'm trying to build my tribe here, and I'm trying to get my tribe that's on Instagram over here as well. I do have to remember that they're two different social medias, and what people expect from me on Instagram is not necessarily what they're expecting from me on YouTube. So I'm recognizing that I can like say things till the sun doesn't shine, but like might not resonate over there, but it might resonate here, and vice versa. There is a guy in my hallway right now that is so loud. People have this thing in my hallway where they just pick my door for some reason to start whole conversations with people, like on their cell phone and everything. I hear phone calls, all of it. And I'm just like, I don't open that door for anyone anyway, so we're good here. We're good here. How you guys doing? You guys good? Okay, good. So yeah, I'm trying to get people to trust me more, and what that means for them. What does trusting me mean for them? So what do you as subscribers, what compels you to subscribe to my channel, and what were the things that you want to, like, what are the kind of things you want to see so that I could keep doing them, type of thing, and just kind of building my tribes that way. The goal is to hopefully one day, not only inspire people who have or are currently going through a healing journey of their own through video, and just to see my progress, but also, if there was ever a day where I wanted to make some money here, I'm trying to figure out how I can make that work. So that's what my summer's been so far, and then I have ideas down for the rest of the year, in terms of video making, but I do have to adjust now that I know I'm going on 2 different trips. Not only that, as you guys respond in terms of how often you're viewing my videos, I'm sort of tweaking, fine-tuning the video ideas that I have, so that I'm not boring you. I don't want to bore you guys with things that don't matter to you. So I'm trying to keep it relevant to things I'm doing in New York City, and a little bit about my life here and there, and helping guide you through things in New York City that I do. So I feel like those might end up being pillars in this channel. So we're seeing and we're testing. I know that like 6 months in, I probably don't want to be testing so much anymore, and I should probably fine tune it. I have fun. It's a bit of a challenge, and I have fun testing what works and what doesn't work on this channel. And so there might be a few more experiments up my sleeve and then when I really look at the numbers and really figure out just what you guys are responding to, then I'm like, dig. So far, it feels from the numbers I've seen, it feels like you guys like when I travel, and you guys like when I vlog things I do in New York City. So I'm gonna have to keep doing that. But traveling is hard, guys, especially when you're not making money consistently. So like, don't expect me to travel all the time. But when I go on a trip, I'll tell you, and I'll take you with me. I don't mind doing that. Let's see, we're 22 minutes in, almost 23 minutes in. Whoa, that's awesome. The time kind of just flew, didn't it? Wow. Let's see. Oh, I'm over here like, what do I talk about? And I have what I wanted to talk about right in front of me. So I just started reading this fabulous book. It's called Signs, The Secret Language of the Universe by Laura Lynn Jackson. Laura Lynn Jackson is a psychic. And this is a book of short stories or incredible stories that have to do with spirits from the afterlife who have made connections with us on this plane in some capacity. And also it kind of sort of skims through how you could sort of read signs as well, because a lot of times a lot of things that happen to us that always feel a little weird or abnormal, or something's out of place, or something is just not of the norm, not our routine. It sometimes could be someone from our family or a friend or someone who is trying to give us a sign from the afterlife. I know not everybody here is going to be spiritual. I know not everybody here is going to believe in that kind of thing. I personally do. So this would be the kind of book that I wanted to read. It was suggested to me from a friend who thinks it might be a good idea for me to sort of hone in and try to understand signs that I might be getting from my mother, because on more than one occasion in the past year and a half, I've had instances, and I've just had things happen, and it felt like it would be something that my mother would do, or it felt like it would be something that my mother would have. in her possession, or it just felt very motherly. And I'm it's me trying to figure out whether or not that's something that is um, worth investigating a little more, or at least worth fine tuning, so that when I do get a sign, I can interpret it and understand it. Um, the friend who suggested this book to me referred me to I think it was like a reel or a TikTok or something that she saw. And it was of this woman who was talking about her deceased son, and how one day she just felt compelled to ask for a sign from her son. And to make a long story short, she ended up getting the sign through a whole other family that was in the same place at the same time as her. And so I'm reading this. I just started yesterday. Um, for those who care, because I know some do, that's the bookmark of choice, because I always have an odd bookmark in my books. And so trying to figure out whether or not my mother is trying to talk to me in some capacity, whether it be some random thing out of place or delaying me. There were a couple times, especially this year, where I felt delayed, or I got delayed leaving my house for something I was supposed to do. Um, and I had to take a moment and recognize that somebody or something was trying to keep me home for some time. And then I was able to just get out. I honestly think that's a lot of where my stomach aches come from too, depending on the thing I'm doing. Um, like I'll all of a sudden feel like I can't manage to go to whatever place I was going to. And so this book is going to help fine tune that for me. And it speaks to, the universe and its capacity to just kind of give us magical moments in life. And guys, I'm not gonna kid you, I miss my mom. I miss my mom. I miss my mom so much. And I'm a believer of spirits and things of that nature. And so reading other people's stories about it just kind of gives me hope that one day I can interpret a sign or two that perhaps my mother would be leaving me. And so far so good with it. I'm having moments with it, and I try not to cry. I try not to get too emotional. I try to be cognizant so I can learn and understand. Again, the book is called Signs: The Secret Language of the Universe by Laura Lynn Jackson. It's a New York Times bestseller. And I'm very grateful for the person who told me to grab it and read it, because hopefully I can, understand life a little better and understand if perhaps my mother is trying to talk to me. So that's what I'm reading currently. And I think that might be it. I think we covered everything. We covered the vlog, we covered the website, we covered the newsletter, we covered the newest vlog that I would love for you guys to watch. We covered what's coming in August. In case anyone wanted to know, I recently just got gifted a perfume from this brand named Noise, and it smells so good. It's like a vanilla jasmine blend. I put it on today for the first time, and while I was getting coffee, and I had somebody go, "You smell good." That's always nice. But it also means that person is probably too close to me and a little creepy that you would tell me that, right? Yeah, I think we covered everything today. So I think I'm going to leave you guys here. And I just hope and wish for nothing but good things for all of you. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here and for taking the time out of your week to spend a half hour with me on Wednesdays. I think it's so special, the little tribe that we're building here slowly, that will hopefully get bigger one day. And I'm just very grateful that there are people out there that care enough, and it's really nice. It's really nice. And so I will see you next week. By next week, hopefully, you will have all of July's videos out and for you. And I think what I'm going to do too is a recap of all the vlogs from July, and I'll put them all in one video like I always do, compilation, and you can rock that if you want to watch those instead of going through singular videos. All right. So thank you. If you guys are still in the chat, click on any of those links that I left in the chat for you. I'll pin them in a comment as well. And I love you guys and dolls. You guys are the best. Honestly, truly. Just building this little tribe with you guys is so special. I really, really am like the luckiest girl. I feel like, yeah. I hope you guys have the best day. I recommend this book here that we spoke about a little bit. I'll leave a link to it in the comments as well. If you are going through, if you've lost someone in your life as well, and you're going through anything in that nature, and you just want to feel like there's a little bit of hope, and to listen to stories of people who've been through some extraordinary things, I highly suggest it. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to say bye, and I love you guys and dolls, and I'll see you guys next week.